Hello guys, I'm continuing my series of tier lists, and today we have mid lane tier list. I was really hesitating with making this tier list because a lot of heroes are picked on pros scene, a lot of heroes are OP, but they are not applicable to every game. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting tier list that's gonna explain you what you should pick on mid lane. I will explain heroes like situations where you should pick those heroes because there are a lot of situational heroes. I will explain why some heroes are bad and I will explain everything, so yeah, let's go. And as always, I will start with S tier, and at the end I will do situational tier as well. Unlike other roles, here we have 5 heroes on S tier. Here is Angela, Zuxin, Kimi, Farsa, and Eve. Why they are OP? Angela, we know. There was a buff, really short ultimate cooldown, can do a lot of combinations with other heroes, so she's really good mid lane. You can see pro players abuse this. 15 seconds ultimate cooldown, yeah. So yeah, she is great. Not for every draft, yeah, she can be countered, yeah, but still a really great, reliable mid laner. Zuxin and Kimi are poking mages, as well as Eve actually. They are good at dominating mid lane. They can zone out enemies, they can secure first tempo rotations. Like, if you go into mid lane and you meet some Gusion, for example, you will poke him with Zuxin and win a mid lane eventually, right? She provides a lot of CC, Kimi provides a lot of damage, early damage is insane. So they were OP in the past patch, they are still OP. After a small buff, like Eve is really good right now too, because she can poke enemies, really low cooldown, getting a shield, great ultimate for team fights. So yeah, not for every game. Again, all these heroes are not for every game. You should not like pick them in every game because sometimes they're gonna be useless. But if you choose the right S tier hero, you can even carry a game. Farsa, again, almost the same as other mages, but here we have fast wave clear and fast rotating because of her passive. She can use bird, fly somewhere, gank gold lane, invade jungle, whatever. Escape from assassins, she's really good at it. So, and yeah, her ultimate can zone out squishy enemies in fight. So yeah, those are S tier heroes. Trust me, they are the best in this meta. Maybe some heroes are missing right now. Maybe you're gonna meet them in situational tier, and I will explain why they are only situational and not for every game. Now let's move on to A tier, and here we have only 3 heroes. We have Kagura, Novaria, and Selena. Yeah, other heroes will be in B tier. Why Kagura? After her buff of her passive and some creep wave buff that was earlier, now she is clearing waves pretty good. She can survive versus assassins. She stays good in fight. She can do a combo. So even pro players use Kagura, and I took that into consideration while I was making this tier list. So yeah, she deserves A tier certainly, but it's really hard hero, guys. If you don't know how to use Kagura, just do not use Kagura. She requires skill to shine. If you are really good Kagura, you can even carry games, but if you are not, then do not pick her. Novaria, good hero to play versus assassins because she has really good positioning in fight, really far away from everyone. Her ultimate is great for helping team, and her wave clear is fast and damage is insane. Like 1-2 skills and enemy is half HP already, so it's fine. And Selena is here too because of her insane ability to win mid lane. After getting 2nd level, she's already pressuring all map with her stuns. She can go invade jungle, go even take solo jungle, always pressuring some gold laner. And in fight, if you catch Selena stun, it's over for you. It's just over. So because this hero is really aggressive and her stun can really change the whole fight, she deserves A tier. Okay, so what's going on with B tier? I should tell you that those 4 heroes here, Vexana, Aurora, Lunox, and Bane, are here for different reasons. They're not the same at all. So, Vexana and Aurora are here because they have really good CC, and this CC can change a whole fight. Yeah, they are not that good in this meta because quite easy to counter them, right? Quite easy to get to them into backlines. They do not have any escapes. Maybe Aurora has passive, but it will still not save her. And after they ulti, they are quite useless, right? So just because they have those good ultimates, and actually they are not that bad at winning mid lane, they can still clear waves, poke enemies, they will be in B tier. and because they are quite easy to counter, they're not gonna be in A tier. Lunox is here because after her buffs, she's quite mobile in fights, right? She can use Dark Ultimate, then switch to Light Ultimate, and if she has good early game, her damage gonna be insane. The only problem with Lunox is that she needs items, and if she uses Dark Ultimate, it's possible to just CC her, right, and send her back to base. And it's easy to, like, with any assassin, probably if you attack first, Lunox should use Light Ultimate and go back. But if you are good Lunox and you get this farm, you get items, you can destroy enemies and there will be no way to counter this. So yeah, Lunox will be in B tier. Probably that's why pro players do not pick Lunox, just because she kind of needs that a little bit of over farm to dominate enemies, yeah. Yeah, Bane is here for a reason that he got a buff. He got a buff, he's got insane damage, yeah, he still needs items, that's why he will be better on gold lane, not on mid lane. And yeah, he has no escapes, so still easy to counter, still easy to dominate him on mid lane. For example, some Kagura can zone him out, Zuxin or Kimi or Farsa or Eve. Actually, anyone can zone him out, but because he got that buff, he got insane damage, insane heal, and it's a huge problem for enemies in teamfight. So he deserves a B tier right now on the mid lane. Okay, so now C tier, guys. Sicilian, Xavier, Odette, and Vale. What are the problems with those heroes? First of all, Sicilian and Xavier are really late game heroes. For that reason, they are in C tier. After Sicilian nerfs of his damage again and again, he needs a lot of items to do some impact. That's why pro players do not pick him, just because, like, he needs at least 10 minutes of game to start being useful. That's bad. And he has no escapes, so easy to find him and kill him. So bad early game plus no escapes equals C tier. The same issue with Xavier, actually. He is useful, yeah, when he will get farm in this late game, he will destroy enemies just like Sicilian. But because heroes that are winning early game are in meta right now, like Zuxin, Kimi, Farsa, Eve, Kagura, all these heroes can win early game. Xavier is not a threat to good enemies, and as well as Xavier. Why I placed Odette here? Odette has a huge problem of course, one ultimate hero, and quite easy to counter her, right? She's slow at rotating, no mobility at all, one escape flicker, and like maybe you can ulti and jump away. But still, her ultimate can change a whole fight. If you do a good set with Odette, you can change a whole fight. Whale is here as well. I don't even know why, but pro players picked Whale. I mean, I know why. His damage is insane. Like, if you place a good ultimate, second skill, and first skill together, bam, you can one-shot some Irrital, for example, or some other marksman. So, he's still usable. After his buffs, he's usable right now. But again, like, no escapes, easy to get to him. But he still can make some difference in fight, right? The Odette and Vale do not have that much problems with early game, just like Xavier and Sicilian, but they are just too easy to counter with some assassin or some, I don't know, other stuff that can get to them. So those heroes seem different, but because of their flaws, like late game for Xavier and Sicilian and easy to counter for Odette and Vale, they will be all in C tier. And now Gusion players will start crying because I placed Gusion in D tier. But the Gusion mid lane is so OP, блядь. No, yeah, there is a problem with Gusion, but let me try to explain you why I placed all these heroes here. So first of all, Alice. I don't like Alice on mid lane, even though after revamp she's really good, because she has no damage output, and she's better on XP lane. Like, build her tank, scale her level, be useful in fights with your CC, with your ultimate. That's more like explainer job, not mid lane job. Mid lane job is to deal damage, probably, you know, kill someone. It's not not like that. The only exception is probably Angela, that is support. But I don't think that Alice can be mid laner right now. She's not really suitable for mid lane. I'll be honest. Not the best decision. Now talking about useless mages. So we have Lilia, Gord, Nana, Cyclops, and Chane here. They're quite like, I can separate them because Chane, Gord, and Lilia, actually they are all shit. Because Lilia has no stuns and it's really easy to kill her. After her damage nerfs, she is kind of bad. She can do a lot of damage, right? But why you don't just pick Xavier or Cecilian? It will be almost the same. Like, yeah, Lilia is not the best decision right now. I didn't place her in C tier just because she has damage, but that damage is so hard to apply to enemies, and that's meta of mobility. If you don't have any CC, you will just not deal your damage. So yeah, I don't like Lilia in this meta. Chane, I don't even need to explain, just a useless piece of shit. The only thing you can do with Chane is just pick her with attack speed build, you know, and go push on bot lane like Zilong. That's a good decision. Yeah, after she gets items, she can deal damage with her ultimate and other skills. But again, no escape, easy to kill, no early damage. You can pick 1000 heroes that can easily tank her ultimate, and she's quite useless. Gord has CC, but still no damage. And that CC is so unreliable, that's insane. I mean, yeah, you can pick Gord, like, if all mages are banned, let's imagine there are 16 bans in Ranked and all mages are banned. Gord is still playable, he can still deal damage, he can still make a difference in team fights, but if we take all those heroes above him, they're gonna be much more useful than Gord. The same with Nana, the same with Cyclops. Yeah, I even placed Cyclops here because he still has damage, to be honest. He still has damage, but try to deal the damage when assassins are diving into you, Lapu Lapu is fucking your ass, and Grok is already charging with his ultimate. And yeah, try to deal damage with Cyclops. Okay, now let's talk about assassins. I don't like assassins on mid lane because you have assassins in jungle or on XP lane in some drafts, right? You don't need another assassin on mid lane that has no poke damage. He cannot poke enemies. Basically, like for example, if you have Hayabusa in jungle and you pick Gush in mid lane, then at some point of game, enemies will be so tanky that those two assassins will not be enough. And oops, you don't have mage that will deal damage. And you lose, just because you don't have damage. Enemies take objectives just because you don't have damage. They just push your base because you are staying and waiting for a moment to engage, but there is no moment to engage because enemies are fucking full HP. And yeah, they don't even have some useful CC or some other stuff. Yeah, Julian is here because he can still dominate mid lane. It's just like Gushen, but, you know, camping in bushes. So yeah, that's all about D tier. Now let's go to worst heroes on mid lane ever. So Dark System mages check. If you pick Harley, Idora, or Harris on mid lane, congratulations, you are it. I mean, no offense, okay? Global 1 Idora. So there are a lot of problems with those heroes. First of all, Harley doesn't have any damage without items. It's so ultra hard to do something, and I prefer to kill enemies with Joy or Gushin on mid lane if I want to pick assassins than with Harley. Idora, one button hero, also known as Saber of mid lane, can camp in bushes. Yes, sometimes she can be really cancerous in draft, but at the same time, like, any hero can dive into her and kill her. She doesn't even have like ultimate like Gushin to escape, or like at least some escape, you know? She's just a static hero with that one great ultimate to stun that Fanny on epic rank. Yeah, she's not a good mid laner right now, trust me. And Harris is really OP on gold lane. Why? Because he can get farm, he can get those 3 items and go destroy enemies. On mid lane, without farm, you are not doing anything. You basically make this imbalance in game, where enemies have mid laner, for example, Kimi that has damage, and you are Harris, and you don't have damage. And now you try to fight and something is missing, and yeah, he's quite contact. hero, meal hero. He wants to join in fight, and you try to join in fight without items. You cannot tank damage, you cannot deal damage, you're just useless. Yeah, well, will work. I know, will work in rank. Anything can work in rank, but if enemies will stick to meta, it will not work. Now let's move on to situational heroes, because I know you were waiting for it. And here we go with situational tier. Faramis. Used to save teammates from some burst damage or one-time CC. No need to explain why he is situational. He is not ultra really good mid laner, but in some situations when you need this team fight composition with Faramis, you pick Faramis. Loi. She is good mid laner. She can even zone out some meta mid laners like Farsa, like Kimi. But not always you need that hero. Sometimes, not always, you will see her in ban on tournaments or they pick her, but she is not considered every game hero for all the situations, especially after her nerf, where you can see when she uses ulti, they do not use her much. Valier, used for, like, if enemies have a lot of fighters, a lot of tanks, you can use Valier, he will be useful. If you just pick him every game, he's gonna be E tier somewhere near Idora, you know? Valentina. Obviously, to steal some useful ultimates, she can also dominate mid lane. She's not that bad mid laner, but picking her every time when enemies don't even have ultimates, you can actually steal and make something significant in fight. She will be useless, so try to pick her only in situations that she is really useful. Kadita, situational mid laner, which is really good in most situations in solo rank, to be honest, because players don't know what is to check bushes and they just run into Kadita, but in some situations, even in good drafts, Kadita can be picked because, first of all, she is good versus assassins, she can escape, and second of all, she is good at diving, finding that first kill, initiating a team fight. So in some drafts, Kadita gonna be like super ultra OP mage. And Zask. From what I've seen, he is picked to counter assassins like Hayabusa. Not Fanny, not Joy, but Hayabusa, just to like eat his ultimate, and you are fine. Also good versus fighter compositions, because he can join in fights, stun them, provide some slow with his second skill, you know, with actually it's third skill, right? And he's not bad on mid lane. He can like secure mid lane with his first skill. So yeah, he is not bad, but not in every game. If you pick him every game, then enemy is gonna pick some Joy, Fanny, and just gank you till death, and you will end up game 0-10 and you will feel fine. So yeah, that's all about situational tier and about all tier list. And yeah, by the way, I wanted to tell you that if you pick any marksman on mid lane, even if it's Nathan, it's still gonna be autism, so do not do that. It's still gonna be E tier, and that's gonna be bad. And yeah, guys, that's all about mid lane tier list. If you have any suggestions, any questions, ask them in comments. Don't forget to check other tier lists I made already for jungle, for XP lane, and for gold lane. Only Rome is left. So if you have any questions, or maybe you want to tell your opinion about this tier list, write in comments. Check other videos, like the video, follow me, because I also stream, you know, I play solo till 500 stars, you should see that. And yeah, see you later guys in the next video or on my stream. Bye.